Alright guys, let's talk about another Goosebumps episode today. Let's talk about Let's Get Invisible, which is about these kids, Max, Noah, and Aaron, who find this mirror in their, in this secret room in, the attic of their house. Or at least Max and Noah's house. Aaron's just their friend. But they have in this secret room that, whenever they flip the light, they turn invisible. Which I thought was a cool idea, and even though it's been done before, it was pretty cool in this version. And I like how they immediately Max and Noah immediately think they're going to go invisible just to cause mischief, just to do whatever they want. And I think that perfectly does encapsulate what a kid would think when they find this, oh, we can do whatever we want, we can go do anything. So I like that, but, and I like the story, but honestly, I thought the acting in this for a lot of actors in this episode, and I hate to say this, but a lot of the acting was really terrible in this episode. I was sitting there ooh, this is really cringeworthy. Stop talking, please. It's hard to watch. But besides that, I do like the story and the characters, but the acting is not, in my opinion, not very good. So it's funny because as it goes along, this Noah kid, he, they promise not to do it again, not to go invisible, and this Noah kid keeps doing it despite the fact that his brother Max told him not to. And then his friend Zach, their friend Zach, becomes really creepy and sends them to the other side of the mirror, where he flashes it and they get transported into the mirror. And I did like this twist, because this was such a thing that I didn't expect in this episode, where whenever they get, the light flips, they turn invisible, but then you realize that they can also be transported into the mirror, into this mirror world where the effects are really silly because it's from the 90s, but they get sent to this mirror world, and Max sees his alternate self, the reflective self from the mirror, that wants to get out and wants to keep him in there so the mirror version of Max can stay out there and live like a human, like a person, but he's really sinister. And then they have a squabble while Aaron and Zach have a squabble outside, out of the mirror, and then they make it to where Max gets out, Max makes it out and it's the real Max, not the reflective one. And then they destroy the mirror, but then something weird happens, because then it shows Noah, the family's talking, and then Noah, it's explained throughout the episode that he's been using his left hand, and then he starts using his right hand at the end of the episode, and then Max is like, when did you start using your right hand? And then he just goes, and then it shows Noah zooms in on his face, and he just smiles, oh, and then it shows the mirrors are not broken anymore, so that kind of broke the rules of what happened, but that was kind of a cool twist. I thought that was fun, and I thought this episode was actually pretty solid, despite the acting in this, which I thought was really pretty bad. It's unfortunate. I did not like the performances in this episode, and I hate to be that kind of guy, oh, the acting sucks. I hate that, but it just annoyed me. I was like, man, that gets me. Ugh. I didn't like the acting, so this episode was pretty solid for the most part, despite the acting, but I thought this was a really solid episode regardless of that. So I really enjoyed this one. Do you guys remember this one? What do you guys think of it? Thank you guys so much for watching.